Alright, let's be honest. This one's been bugging PlayStation 5 owners everywhere. You're ready to grab a new game, you open the PlayStation Store, and boom, the price hits you like a boss fight. Digital is supposed to be cheaper, right? No discs, no packaging, no shelf space. So why are we paying more for less? Today, we're cracking open the mystery behind the PlayStation digital price paradox and showing you how to actually win this game.
All right, let's dive into something that's probably driven you a little crazy if you're a PlayStation 5 owner, the digital price paradox. You know the feeling, right? You're scrolling through the PlayStation Store, you're all hyped to download a new game, and then you see the price, and you just kind of stop and think, wait a second, is that for real?
Well, guess what? You're not going crazy. This Reddit user, even contribution629, hit the nail right on the head. This question captures the exact frustration so many of us feel. So that's the big mystery we're going to crack today. Why in the world does a digital download, which should be cheaper, right, so often cost way more? Let's look at a perfect example.
Okay, so this is what that Reddit user was looking at. Death Stranding for the PS5. On the digital PlayStation Store, it was almost 95 Australian dollars. But a physical copy, a disc in a box at a local game store, just 28 bucks. That's not a small difference. We're talking about a nearly $70 gap. How does that even happen? So what's the deal? Is it just pure corporate greed like the post suggests? Well, yeah, that's probably part of it, but the real story is actually a little more complex. Let's pull back the curtain on the economics of the PlayStation Store.
This really gets to the heart of it. It's not one market. It's like two totally different universes. In the digital world, it's a monopoly. Plain and simple. The PlayStation Store is the only game in town for digital PS5 games. Publishers call the shots on pricing, and since it's all just data, there's no shelf space to worry about. But the physical world? Oh, that's a whole different story. It's a free-for-all. You've got Amazon, Best Buy, your local game shop, all fighting for your money. They've got actual shelves, and an old game sitting there is just taking up space. So what do? They slash prices to get it out the door.
And it doesn't stop there. There are a few other big things at play. First, you've got what some people call the lazy tax. You're basically paying extra for the convenience of just clicking a button and having the game instantly. But here's the real kicker. The digital world has no used games. Think about it. You can't sell your digital copy of a game, you can't trade it in. That whole secondhand market that forces prices down, it just doesn't exist online. And publishers absolutely love this. It gives them total control. They can keep the price high and then drop it for a big, flashy sale whenever they want, instead of having the price just naturally fall over time.
Okay, so it sounds like the whole system is rigged, right? Well, kinda. But it's not hopeless. The secret is to know how the game is played and then beat them at it. So let's talk strategy. Let's talk about how to hunt down those amazing official sales. This right here, this is the golden rule. Tattoo it on your brain. Never pay full price. Seriously, if you have just a little bit of patience, there's almost zero reason to ever pay that sky-high launch price you see on the store. See, the PlayStation Store isn't just random chaos. It has a rhythm, a predictable cycle. Sony has these massive, can't-miss sales every single year. You've got Days of Play coming up around May and June, a huge summer sale, and then the big one, Black Friday in November. You need to mark these on your calendar. These are the big game hunting seasons.
And we're not talking about a measly 10% off. The discounts during these sales are absolutely wild. I mean, look at this. A AAA game that's a year or two old can get slashed by up to 70%. Indie games, forget about it. Sometimes 90% off. Even brand new games get a decent cut. So yeah, being patient doesn't just save you a few bucks, it saves you a ton. All right, so waiting for those big sales is level 1. That's a great start, but if you want to become a true master of saving money, you need a few more tools in your arsenal. Let's build your smart gamer toolkit.
Okay, this is probably the most powerful weapon you can have, a price tracker. Think of it as your personal deal hunting robot. It's a website that watches the prices for you. You just add the games you want, maybe set a price you're willing to pay, and then you just forget about it. It'll shoot you an alert the very second that game hits your price.
Now, I know what you're thinking, but wait, PlayStation has its own wish list. And you're right, it does. But let's be real, it's kinda useless for this. A dedicated site like PS Prices is on a whole other planet. You get these awesome price history charts so you can see if a sale is actually a good deal. The alerts actually show up on time. You can even check prices in other countries. It is an absolute game changer. And if you're wondering if this stuff really works, just look at this number. 86% off. This was a real deal for PlayStation Plus members on a Call of Duty game. We're talking about a game that was almost free. These insane deals are out there. You just have to know how to find them.
So, here it is, your simple 3-step recipe for success. Step 1. Curate. Build that wish list on a site like PS Prices. Step 2. Wait. Yeah, I know, this is the tough part, but trust me, it's worth it. And step 3. Pounce. The second you get that email alert, you jump on it, knowing you're getting the best possible price.
Oh, and we can't talk about saving money without mentioning PlayStation Plus. This isn't just for online multiplayer anymore. A subscription, especially if you go for the extra or premium tiers, is a huge part of the strategy. You get access to a massive library of games, you get even deeper exclusive discounts on sales. It completely changes the math on what it costs to be a gamer. So, when you put it all together, what's the big takeaway here? We've unpacked the problem, we've loaded up our toolkit, but the real secret weapon isn't a website or a subscription. It's not about choosing between a disc and a download. It's all about your mindset. This Reddit comment from Knight of Sparta just nails it. The ultimate cheat code is to become a patient gamer. I mean, how many of us have a huge backlog of games we bought on sale and haven't even touched yet? If you have that, there's zero pressure to buy the latest, greatest thing at full price. You just add it to your list and wait, because you already have tons of incredible games to play. And that's really what it all boils down to. The real power isn't in the format. It's not about the disc or the download. The power is in your hands. It's about being a smart, informed, and patient consumer. You know the market, you've got the tools, all you need is the patience to wait for the right moment. That is how you win this game.
So in the end, maybe we've been asking the wrong question all along. It's not digital versus physical. The real question is the one you have to ask yourself every time a hot new game drops. Are you going to buy it now, or are you going to be patient? The real question is, are you a patient gamer?
So, when you put it all together, what's the big takeaway? We've unpacked the problem, we've loaded up our toolkit, but the real secret weapon isn't a website or a subscription. It's a mindset. The ultimate cheat code is to become a patient gamer. The real power isn't in the format, disc or download. The power is in your hands. It's about being a smart, informed, and patient consumer. You know the market. You've got the tools. All you need is the patience to wait for the right moment. That is how you win this game.